show I do go back to even to this day, as we brought up just a couple seconds ago, was Avatar: The Last Airbender.
That's like my top 3 of all time shows I watched.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
It was cool.
Whenever people say, "Oh, do you have a favorite anime?" Does Avatar count? You know.
Yeah. See, that's the question. Do you consider, like you personally, Avatar to be an anime or an animated TV show?
Well, I would say it's a Western anime. It's not an anime like Bleach or Dragon Ball Z or Black Butler or My Hero Academia. It's not an anime in that sense, right? Yeah. But it's an anime style, and that was very intentional. Teen Titans had that a little bit too, mind you.
Yeah.
But Avatar: The Last Airbender had it more. I would still have to say a lot of people do consider it an anime, a Western anime, if you will, and yeah, it was dope. I don't know. It's such a the things about that show that were so good though were like the world building, the character development, the storytelling, the casting was really good too.
Casting was good.
Everything was. It was just it was such. The funny thing about that though, I didn't get into the series personally until
Avatar.
Yeah, until season 3 actually. Yeah, book 3 Fire. Because it's
the last book too.
Yeah, the last book. Well, and it's funny because what really changed my mind, I know this is so dumb, but like what changed my mind on it was the fact that Aang had hair.
What? Really?
That's what made me be like, all right, let me check this out, because like I had seen some things about it and I was like, okay, but then I started actually deciding to follow it, and I was like, oh my god, this is really good. This is really and then Zuko came into the picture, and after the Day of the Black Sun, you know, all this different, because I had caught like some of the big events, like the Ba Sing Se saga and all this different stuff, right? And I caught some clips here on TV every now and then, but it wasn't something that was a mainstay until book 3, and it ended, I believe, in 2008, if I remember correctly. But
might have,
I think because right after that was when the terrible live action movie came out.
Let's not talk about that monstrosity.
Yeah, it did. The show ran from 2005 to 2008. The really interesting thing though is, and it's so cool because while it was a part of our childhood, the show got put on Netflix, and a lot of people, kids and adults and everything in between, are kind of rediscovering this show or discovering it for the first time now even, and seeing how much they love it and everything, and that's so cool. I would love personally if this got the treatment that Young Justice got, where they ended up making more seasons for it.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like that's going to happen, but they are making a live action Avatar. Before I tell you what I know about the live action Avatar, what do you know about it?
All I know is that that's it's gonna be live action. That's literally all I know.
That's literally all I know.
Yeah, literally. So, or actually, the two guys that actually created Avatar: Last Airbender,
right,
the animated series, they're not on board with, or at least I don't think they are.
No, they're not. Yeah. They left because of, I guess the nice way to put it is creative differences, because there were a lot of things they wanted to do, and I guess they're still doing with Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm afraid, and a lot of people kind of seem to feel this way, that they're going to try to make it like, the new Game of Thrones, or the new what was that shitty show about our Archie characters? Oh, Riverdale. I know, I'm sure I just alienated a lot of people because people love Riverdale, but I can't stand it.
I've never seen it.
It's, oh God, I can't.
And I will never ever see it.
Between that and then the show...
sorry, people.
What's it called? The show about the girl who... 13 Reasons Why. Those shows, they're so, like, melodramatic to me. Like they're like forced drama.
It's like teen drama.
Well, yeah, it is teen... and teen drama is fine, don't get me wrong. Oh, yeah. But not... I don't know, the way they handle it in those shows, I'm just not a fan. But anyway... I'm sure I'll talk about that sometime in the future. Right, I wanted to focus specifically on Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live action. So, I've heard talks that they wanted to do things like, in the show, Aang's 12, Katara's like 14 when they start and everything. They're probably like, and Zuko's, so they're all older or younger kids, right? So one of the things they wanted to do in Avatar: The Last Airbender was they wanted to age the kids up. Gotcha. Why did they want to do this? So they could have sex.
Really?
Yes.
Now naughty creators.
I have no problem with if they want to make the characters older and they want to give them more adult things to deal with and stuff. That's fine, and it's in some ways it's more, I guess, believable that a character like Aang, for example, would be able to take on this big bad as a powerful young adult rather than a powerful kid. You know, but just in general, not a fan. It comes off because it comes off as gratuitous, where it's just not necessary. One of the interesting things, like with all of them, all the characters, is that they were kids kind of having this adventure, and that there were romance elements and all these different things and stuff.
Basically, but kids kicking grown-ups' butt. Basically.
That did happen a lot. Yeah, there was a lot.
Like, man, I can't believe a firebender who was probably like 30-something years old got bested by a 12-year-old kid.
Which one? There were a lot.
Hey.
No. I mean, which fight? Do you mean just like the soldiers in general?
Yeah,
how they were
just a soldier in general who's had probably more training, but Aang's the Avatar and all that kind of stuff.
But anyway, and I'm sure there were other reasons. But look, if the creators of the show were so on board and supportive of Forrest, and now they're leaving, that's not a good sign.
And like, honestly, what I think, since you told me that, I think it would be bad. Like how the main reason was for them to have sex. Like, that's unnecessary. Like,
right.
Like, I think it should like they should keep that out. Like, like to me it just feel weird.
If you I don't know, if you want to like continue the story that they have or fast forward several years in the future or something, I get that, but part of the cool thing with those characters is that, in my opinion at least, because they're kids, you get to see them navigate that kind of awkwardness of
exactly
all the things of growing up, and you get to see things like for example, Zuko being a teen growing up into a young adult very much parallels his whole trying to find himself and searching his destiny. I mean, we're all doing it. Hell, we're even doing that to an extent, even as young adults, and you're especially doing that as a teenager. Like, those are your formative years. So I mean, it all kind of just parallels and goes together very nicely. But if you want to do something like Riverdale and shit like that, then I mean, I guess that's the way to go about it. But
like honestly, if they did go through with the live action Avatar, and that, what you said, would be the main reason for the whole thing, I would not watch it.
Yeah. Well,
like, I don't know, it just takes away the wonder of Avatar. The world of Avatar.
I wouldn't say it takes away the wonder. I am interested to see it done. I'm still interested to see it. I guess I'm cautiously optimistic because, Now,
The Witcher sex scenes I would watch.
Well, The Witcher. The Witcher has always been like a very adult video game franchise when it, So I mean, it works for. Now, correct me if I'm wrong on this. Doesn't Henry Cavill play The Witcher, the main character? That's what I thought. Yeah, the Superman. That's cool. But I don't know enough about The Witcher to really say. I've tried to get into the games, but they're not quite my cup of tea.